Now let's turn to page 61 and take a look at multiple choice question 4. So we have three metals, right? We have X, Y, Z here. So we're going to play separately an ACL aqueous. So we'll add an ACL aqueous here. And it says that only Y gives colorless gas bubbles. So did we learn any reaction with metal react with NaCl? We haven't, right? So what could be also appear in NaCl? As it's aqueous, right? Remember, for aqueous, they will have compound that it dissolves in water. So besides NaCl, we should also have water in it, right? So only Y gives colorless gas bubbles represents that Y can react with water. To react. Can react with water to form hydrogen gas, right? Remember, what is a word equation for add water into it, the cold water? It should be metal oxide and plus hydrogen, right? Alright, then take a look at the second sentence. When each of their oxide is heated strongly, one of the oxide X gives a colorless gas. Their oxide. So here will become X, Y, Z oxide heated strongly. If that is undergo heating, so the oxygen will come out, or carbon dioxide will come out, right? So which of the following shows a decreasing order of reactivity of different metals? So remember from which chapter that we have oxide heating and goes to reduction, undergoes reduction, that is forming into a simple metal. If you forgot, please take a look at page 53. We have chapter 11.12. So we have decompositions of metal oxide, right? So the oxide of metals, very low in activity, will decompose when heated. So only X here, X oxide produce X here, which means this one should be relatively low in reactivity, right? So for this one, that we know that because H2O, it's a cold water here. So remember, if there's one that can react with cold water, this one should be relatively more reactive on our activity series, right? So if you forgot, take a look at here. Sodium and calcium can react with cold water. So we know that the Y should be the most reactive here, as none of it can react with the later part. And then it says X can undergo heating. It also represents that X itself is a very unreactive substance, right? And then the rest of it, they didn't either react with water or react with undergo decomposition, then it will be Z in our middle. So if we take a look at the activity series here, this option would be choice A.